You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
William Roache, the man who has played Ken Barlow on Coronation Street since its very first episode back in 1960, recently opened up about a surprising chapter in his long career. At 93 years old, he's still a cornerstone of the ITV soap, but he revealed that things weren't always smooth behind the scenes. In fact, he admitted to having a feud with a co-star that stretched on for 2 whole years. The story came out during a special event, an audience with Coronation Street, held at the Lowry in Salford, just across from where the show is filmed at Media City. Roache appeared on stage, alongside fellow cast members Jane Danson, Jack P. Shepherd, Patty Clare, and Jimmy Harkishan. The group shared stories from their decades on the cobbles, reminiscing about the show's history, before taking part in a light-hearted quiz about Weatherfield's past. When asked about his early years on the soap, Roache surprised the audience by recalling a tense clash with Pat Phoenix, who famously played the fiery Elsie Tanner. Pat was one of the original stars of the show, and became a household name in the 1960s. According to Roache, their disagreement arose during a dramatic scene involving his on-screen wife, Valerie Tatlock, who was played by Anne Reid. Roache explained that in the scene, Elsie had made a cruel remark to his wife, and his character Ken was supposed to confront her. Pat Phoenix, however, wasn't convinced. She told the director that her character wouldn't accept being scolded by this young man. The director, siding with her, allowed her to add a moment at the end of the scene. Pat suggested pausing and then hurling an ashtray at Ken. Roache stood firm, calling it unprofessional. And from that day forward, the two of them stopped speaking altogether. What makes the story remarkable is that their silence lasted 2 years, even though they continued working side by side on set. Roache said they would film their scenes as if nothing was wrong, but once the cameras stopped rolling, there was no conversation between them. Then, one day, completely out of the blue, Pat broke the silence. While they were waiting to shoot a scene, she casually mentioned that her birthday was coming up, and told him he had better come to her party. Just like that, the feud was over, and the pair became friends again. Pat Phoenix remained a central figure in Coronation Street until the mid-1980s, and her legacy is still remembered fondly by fans. She passed away in 1986 at the age of 62, just 2 years after leaving the soap for the last time. For Roache, the memory highlights both the tensions and the bonds that can form in a cast that has worked together for decades. Despite the rocky start, he and Phoenix ultimately shared a lasting respect and friendship, proving that even the stormiest relationships on set can find their peace. Stay subscribed for more videos.